Are we the frog in boiling water? 5G, the coronavirus. Our hearts go out to all of you in these times of uncertainty. May we recognize this transformation as an opportunity to learn, evolve, and unite as one humanity. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy, this is physics. Albert Einstein. So what is the reality that we want to create? How can we become the best version of ourselves? And what do we need to do individually and collectively to get there? There is an amazing opportunity for humanity to come together as one. In this unified human experience, we have to realize that the virus has no prejudice against race, gender, or belief system. We're equally in this together. It gives us an opportunity to reflect inwards and contemplate on what has been working and what has not in all areas of our existence. So once this so-called crisis is over, do we really want to go back to the poisoning of our bodies with unhealthy food and chemicals, the polluting of the waters, rivers and oceans, the contamination of the air, the abuse and mass slaughter of animals, the exploitation of the Earth's natural resources, and the tainting of our atmosphere with EMF radiation? The best place for change to start is within each and every one of us. As Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. The best time to start is now. The most important change in times of COVID-19 is to boost your immune system, physically, mentally, and emotionally. While the virus has no prejudice, the state of your immune system has a major impact as to how you will be experiencing the symptoms. So how do we boost our immune system? Physically, by eating healthy, fresh fruits and vegetables, drinking lots of water, breathing exercises, and hot baths, steam, or sauna. Mentally, recognize your thoughts. Think positive and change your thought patterns. Imagine holding a lemon in your hand. Now imagine that you cut this lemon into half with a knife and squeeze it into a jar. What is happening in your mouth right now is that you're building saliva. This means that our bodies are not necessarily able to differentiate between that what is created in our mind and our reality. The human brain has about 60,000 thoughts a day. 70 to 80% of these thoughts are the same thoughts than we had yesterday. So let us rewire our thoughts to love and compassion, harmony and coherence, cooperation and abundance. And emotionally, there is an extremely powerful force that, so far, science has not found a formal explanation to. It is a force that includes and governs all others and is even behind any phenomenon operating in the universe and has not yet been identified by us. This universal force is love. If we want our species to survive, if we are to find meaning in life, if we want to save the world and every sentient being that inhabits it, love is the one and only answer. This is from an excerpt of a letter from Albert Einstein to his daughter. He goes on to say, perhaps we're not yet ready to make a bomb of love, a device powerful enough to entirely destroy the hate, selfishness, and greed that devastate the planet. However, each individual carries within them a small but powerful generator of love, whose energy is waiting to be released. And lastly, protecting our immune system. We need to understand that our human body is an electromagnetic field that is influenced by other electromagnetic fields. The unfortunate reality is that the intensity of man-made, unnatural and incoherent electromagnetic fields, EMFs, has increased more than 1 trillion times since 100 years ago. We are literally swimming in a toxic soup of incoherent and potentially harmful EMF radiation that has undeniable impact on our physical, mental, and emotional human body. Let's take a look at global hotspots of COVID-19 and areas of mass 5G network installations around the planet. Wuhan, South Korea, Italy, Spain, New York, in controversy to Russia, India, and Canada. Coincidence? It appears that we as humanity are like the frog in the water, not recognizing and being oblivious to the imminent threat of 5G radiation, because we can't see, smell, touch, hear, or feel it. Scientists have been warning us about the dangers of harmful EMFs for years. As a matter of fact, there are more than 2,600 studies confirming the harmful effects of EMF radiation. On the contrary, not one single study worldwide that proves that long-term exposure to 5G EMF radiation is safe. So what is the danger? One of the effects of 5G radiation is the influence on the molecular structure of the water molecules in our body. The intensity of the 5G waveform is simply too much for the cell to be able to handle. In other words, imagine attaching one end of a 10-foot rope to a doorknob while you're holding the other end in your hand. If you let your arms swing slowly up and down, it will create a long wave. If you increase the speed of your arm movement, the waves get faster, shorter, and more intense. If someone else would hold the other end of the rope instead of the doorknob, they would get zapped every time. With increased speed, increased zapping. At some point, the zapping would get too strong for the other person to hold on. Not any different with 5G radiation and the impact on water molecules. The waveform is simply too intense. The impact is devastating. 5G affects the building block of life. It affects water. These are other examples of the effects of long-term exposure to 5G radiation. It has an influence on the calcium channels within the cells, resulting in free radicals. It has an influence on the oxygen uptake through the hemoglobin in the blood. And then there is the influence on our DNA, sperm quality, sleeping disorders, brain functions, and more. But don't take our word for it. Do your own research. Educate yourself. And please look for that one scientific research that confirms that 5G technology is not a health concern. It doesn't exist. The advancement of this technology and the possibility for humanity are great. But as long as it is not proven safe, we are gambling not just with our future, but with the future of generations to come. Satellites, 4,987 plus 1,000 this year. Cell towers, 4 million plus another million this year. Please go to forcefieldemf.com and sign the petition to put a moratorium on the implementation of the global 5G network until it's deemed safe for humanity, the environment, and life itself. The best time to act on this was decades ago. The second best time is now. David Brin. Please share, copy, post, pin, repost, email, and text this message. And don't forget to tell your friends that you love them. Stay safe and healthy. Thank you.